The reason I think they might have got turned down from another club is their appearance.
And the dress.
And the way they dress, yeah. They do look a bit...
I think a lot of security take it on face value.
They do, which is a shame. And some security out there, not mentioning again no names, are racist.
Slow down.
As the music progressed into jungle, the scene changed. Everyone who was on the house scene moved away from Rose. They left us. And they said, look, you're not going to do nothing. You're just promoting darkness.
Promoter would say, oh, you know, don't play too jungly or don't play too dark or whatever. But nah, those same promoters who were saying that are now turning around and saying, yeah, you know, I've always supported jungle. You know, I've always supported jungle, but, you know, they got short memories. You know, I could still remember.
Jungle is viewed as just basically a black musical form. House music was never viewed as a black musical form, even though its origins were black. It was looked on as a multicultural musical form. Jungle is not looked on like that. Jungle is looked on like as the ragamuffin of house. If you want to go, you can't go to certain jungle raves because, you know, them black guys there, they might just whatever, and it's kind of rough and, you know, it's a bit dangerous, which is all the stereotypes are creeping back in. Because it's now a black and white thing, that's why it's even worse. That's why the segregation is even more so being perpetrated by the media.
When I'm playing, I don't know, I don't really check that I'm trying to put a tune in fast or try to put a tune in slow. You just play it to the, you play it for how long the people you presume the people are going to dance for. You know, you just look at them, got to keep your eye on the crowd. Somebody told me that one time, long time ago, when I used to do scratching. I used to be scratching and scratching away. And when I looked, you know, and to me, I'm doing the best thing on earth. And I'm scratching away, and when I looked up now, well, actually, no, I don't think I ever did look up until somebody said to me, Ron, you know what I mean? Look at what you're doing. And when I looked up, everybody was just sort of like standing there, staring. No one wasn't dancing, nothing like that. And from then, it sort of like stuck with me that if you're going to DJ, you just got to look up and play for the people.
See, like, all the DJs here, we all kind of graduated together. The originators are Fabio and Groove Rider. There are no other, you know, like, forefront of our scene.
I think that the samples that I use reflect the way, like, how I'm making my music. Do you know what I mean? You know, people, you know, name, like, people, for example, like, Goldie, like Groove Rider. Here's another very good example. You know, the guys who do the Tom and Jerry stuff, generally a lot of the Reinforced guys, you know, they're just this grown-up sort of air to their music.
That's what's happening now. More and more people are growing within the music. Like, say they were 16 then, they've started, like, producing. They're starting to mature now. And that's why the music will become better and better.
Even before Terminator, all early 4-hero stuff, we've always like strived to use original breaks and original ideas, yeah. And when Goldie came along, he kind of enhanced it, kind of, you know. He made us think of things that we wasn't really doing. We're responsible for a lot of new ideas, and Majors just feed off that.
Mix Mag. DJ Magazine, worst offender of it at all. They basically put the scene down and say it doesn't exist anymore, let's forget about it. And what they don't seem to realise, there's people in that scene making music that is far better than anything else being made in the UK. And that will always happen, because one thing about the breakbeat scene is it is innovative in its own way. There are certain individuals making tracks that blow away all the house stuff being made in the UK, but they won't accept it.
It's the only music around that's really challenging technology at the moment. and are utilising all the technology that's around to its fullest. Since I've been going to the Rose, I've seen direction again. It's the first place that has really buzzed me for about a year. And Moose, that's thanks to Moose, has shown me that thing.
I bring the buzz element, that's what I say. It's getting more musical, you know. People are thinking about what they're doing. There was a time when music was being made and everyone was just putting in reggae samples, and it wasn't really meaning nothing. But if you listen to the music now, you know, it's got harmonies, it's got violins, it's music.
There's certain tunes that are delivering different styles of jungle. Jungle isn't just one thing, as I said before. Jungle covers a whole variety of different elements. It's only that certain people are hearing certain tunes and saying, oh, that's jungle.
The mass media never take it seriously because they'll only be in it as long as it's making them money. Do you know what I mean? It's the same with anything really. You just if you believe in it strongly, and we do, this is why our scene is underground, do you know what I mean? But yet, saying that, we still have the biggest parties going about.
A lot of this two-deck business started from the hip-hop scene with the scratching of one deck to two decks, yeah. Well, then it moved on to the hardcore scene, mixing up two beats. A lot of the DJs followed the fashion of chopping up with the crossfader. But as the music got a lot more technical with the combination of break beats in one track, it became a bit too much for the ears to follow. So where Randall had kind of got the advantage was that he kind of made it seem like it was a 2-hour session of one song. The blending of the tunes there, carefully selected and cut across at the right time without this chopping up. It just made everyone easier to follow the beats.
And this one will put you in a trance. And rolling down the dance.
Paradise Club, what's good about it is the sound, and because it's a closed off, it's not a big thing, it's just like a venue that's just like, it holds just the right people, so they can get a vibe in there, you know, and people come up there to hear their tunes, a lot of DJs pass through and everything. It's like everyone knows each other.
People are friendly. You know, we come all the way from Cardiff to come here.
Kind of to dance, just, you know, drop the week. The whole thing that happened in the week, and just drop it off and just ring.
If people go into a club and stand about looking good all night, and then leave a club, and then you talk to them people, and they say, was it a good night in there? They couldn't really tell you because they probably haven't listened to the music. So they're obviously more into the club than what they are the DJs and the music. This thing is more about the music.
The majority of the youth today listening to pirate stations, it's like a network. You got the label with the company, you got the radio station, plug in the stuff, and then in turn they come into the shop. They listen to it also in a rave. The DJ comes in and buys the records in the shop, and then he'll play it out.
Certain music that's getting played out there doesn't, how can I say, doesn't get what it deserves, doesn't get the promotion that it deserves. And pirate stations are willing to take on that music, namely jungle, breakbeat, hardcore music, you know. And it's the pirate stations that are giving that music the outlet, so that if you can't afford to go to raves, at least you can tune in on your radio.
A good thing about pirates to me is that you get to communicate with a lot of people. You know, that's the main thing with me. It's just the atmosphere, the family atmosphere. Like, we have some regulars who we hear, they send out shouts to different people, and they hear other people that phone up just as regular. And after a while, it's like, yeah, they send out a shout to the regular caller, and that regular caller send one back out to them, and the next minute you hear they're both ringing from the same house.